Hello, welcome back to Real Estate with Profit Homes. I'm Uzoma Amarachi.
And I'm Purity Obiora.
So we got a lot of message from our clients. They wanted us to talk about safe ways to purchase properties in Abuja and Nigeria as a whole. So I want to ask you, Purity, so if you have a friend or a brother who wants to purchase properties in Abuja, what are the ways that are safe for him to purchase these properties?
So firstly, I'm going to say try to find a genuine, trustworthy, registered real estate firm.
Okay.
I do not and I never advise people to buy properties from individuals.
Yeah.
Buy from a real estate firm. Buy from a real estate firm. So just in case you know it's a firm, you go there to complain, and if it's an individual, person could literally just run and disappear.
Yeah.
But yeah, find a genuine registered real estate firm and then go for consultation. That's another thing. And this is usually for people who do not know what they want to buy. You might have so amount of money and you know you want to invest in real estate, but you do not know the right way to go or what the right property to go for. So I would advise you go for consultation. They advise you on what to get. They give you.
It's more like they sample a lot of
they tell you everything about different properties. So when you hear this, you hear the advantage, you hear everything. You will be able to decide what you want to get. And then after that, I would say go for property inspection, so you can know and see what you're actually buying, the actual thing that you're buying. If it's a flat land, if it's a land on a hill, whatever.
Basically, to also know the amenities that are also close to you, probably security, market, school, if you're looking to build immediately for residential purpose.
Yeah, I'll advise that. And then another thing, which is actually the most important, is verification. Document verification is very important. It is very crucial when it comes to investing in real estate. Very, very crucial. So there are different ways that you could do that. You could verify at AGIS, or you could verify at development control. So usually, for instance, Profit Homes, we give our clients like what's it called, file number that you take to these agencies to check every detail about the property. If it's under SCDA, if it's under AMA, whatever detail that you need about that property is going to be given to you.
All right, so let me ask you right now. There are clients who want you to give them the whole document. I need the whole document, right? And you as a real estate firm, you're trying to be careful because you can encounter land grabbers. There are people called land grabbers in Abuja, and in fact, I think it's like it's an organized group, right? They have from lawyers to influential people in the society, right? So once your document gets to their hand, these people can duplicate the document exactly, that you will not be able to tell the difference between that document and the cloned one, the original document and the cloned one. And it's usually for AMAC properties. So when a client comes to a real estate firm and they give you a file number, don't think they're trying to hide something from you. We're also trying to be careful, right? We don't want our documents to fall into the wrong hands.
So apparently, I feel like clients need to understand that every real estate firm has a policy.
Sure.
They have a policy that you have to abide by. So one of the policies, I would say, is not giving out documents to clients. Now, for instance, let me explain this in a very layman term so everybody can understand. So I would say we basically deal on estate plots, right? Now, every estate has one document. Like for instance, a C of O or an R of O. Every estate, like for instance, Profit Homes has one R of O or one C of O for the whole estate. So you as a client coming to buy a property, you can't say, oh, I want this document. It is for the whole estate. We can give you the file number and then you can go prepare your own RFO. You can have your own individual, your own personal RFO if you feel like, oh, I want to be so maybe
I want to
security conscious or something, you can have yours, that's fine. But giving you the RFO, no, it's for the whole estate. That doesn't stop you from selling your property when you want to sell. If you want to sell, that's fine. The RFO is always there. We just need to have a change of ownership, and that's fine. You're going to have your offer letter, you're going to have your letter of allocation, you're going to get your allocation within 24 to 48 hours, so you actually do not need an RFO because the whole estate already has one. Now, secondly, we do not give out documents. Like I said, we do not give out documents to clients. We only show you. You can come to the office and see for yourself, see the documents for yourself, but we do not give out documents because there are so many instances where, like she explained, where people get these documents, clone them, and then use them to claim a property that isn't theirs. Why? Because they have these documents and you actually can't tell the difference between the original and the fake document because it's cloned. It's exactly the same thing. So that is why we do not give out property documents. But for verification, like I said, we give you a file number that you take to agencies for whatever information that you
and
need to
every
know
information that you need to know
about the
ages.
property.
Is on ages.
So,
So I wanted to talk about something, right? So when you talked about people who don't know what they want to buy, right, and how they need to go for consulting, which is very nice, right? So I also know about realtors that are in a hurry to sell properties, like they don't mind selling a commercial property for a residential purpose, right? So I will also say to you that is looking out to buy a property, ask questions like, what purpose is this property for? Is it a commercial property or is it for a residential purpose, right? So for instance, we have this property in Apo, Profit World Homes, and this property is a residential property and it has its own square meter, that's its size. I also think that clients should also ask what is the size of a property, because the size of a property can determine what prototype can sit on that property. Like she talked about during verification, we have FCDA and all our properties in Profit World Homes are all FCDA approved. So in FCDA, the size, while vetting or approving the property, they look at the size of that land and what it can contain. For instance, in Profit World Apple, we have 600 square meter plots and it can contain a 5-bedroom, fully detached duplex with an attached BQ. Now, FCDA has approved that this land size is good enough for this prototype, and it's spacious. You can not just that you build a property and you can't walk around it. You can park your cars for as much as 3 to 4 cars in it, and you also have good space. So good to know size of the property and what the property is for. Is it residential or commercial? So you don't buy a commercial property for a residential purpose. Yeah.
Another thing is the prototype. That's if they are estate plots. So if these properties are estate properties, they usually, most estates these days in Abuja usually have a prototype that you have to abide by. Do not come and say, oh, I want to build my own thing. Or say, I want to sell my design to you so that you can build. No, you don't do that. Before a property or before an estate will have a prototype.
It's certified.
It has been passed down to the whole process of
FCDA
and then FCDA has to approve and give a building approval and be like, okay, this is the prototype for this property. It cannot be changed. You cannot come and say, oh, I want to have my own design. It can happen. But then there are also properties or landed properties, let's say, landed properties that are non-estate plots. Now, there are some landed properties which are non-estate plots that also have prototypes. You can be lucky to also have or find the ones that do not have prototypes. Meaning you can build anything you want, any residential design on it. That's why, like she said, you have to be sure if it's residential property or it's a commercial property.
So also, a lot of times I think clients think that making policies about prototypes are bad and all of that. we're just trying to look out for you, right? We don't want to give you a size of a property that the project can't contain, that will either be demolished or this whole chaos of buildings falling and crashing and all of that. So it's for your good. That's why we're doing that.
Yeah.
So after that, I think the next thing they move to is paying for the property. Like after verification and inspection,
of course,
the
if
next
you're
thing,
satisfied with what
what you've
the information
seen,
you get. Next is payment.
you pay for the property, and then when you pay for the property, you get your documents, get your original documents, and know that the property can be transferred to you. So thank you for watching thus far. I mean, if you watched this far, it really means that you enjoyed our video, and means that you have to subscribe so that you will get notifications
Please
when we come
subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram at Profit World Homes, and also on Facebook at Profit World Homes.
Yeah. Thank you and bye.